Hey y'all, it's your girl Sonia, and welcome back to She Say Sports. Today I have with me producer extraordinaire Mike Prince from Open Mic Broadcast. Hey Mike, how are you?
I'm doing fine, Sonia. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And as the preacher says, I won't be before you long today. So.
Uh-oh. When the preacher says that, that's the first warning sign.
No, this is really quick. I promise. So, as you know, Southern Heritage Classic management team made the decision to cancel the 31st, Southern Heritage Classic game between JSU and TSU, along with its other events that take place every September. Cancellation comes from SHC's management review after they reviewed a copy of the Shelby County Health Department regarding COVID-19. And it looks like it's been spiking in Memphis as well as many cities across the country. And this classic usually brings around 75,000 plus in attendance to this annual event. And I'm sure many will be disappointed about this, but it's better safe than sorry. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Mike, with this cancellation, can we say this is the beginning of the end of football season for us?
Yes, but it's not the beginning of the end. It's already been here. I think now the reality is setting in to where people have to say, we really need to backtrack, go back to the drawing board, devise a meaningful plan, and let's just, unfortunately, 86 to 2020 campaign, come back 2021 strong, with a safe group and a healthy group to move forward.
Well, I know there was, conversation regarding maybe possibly having the games without fans. Do you think they'll revisit that opportunity?
Well, you can revisit all day long, but the reality is it's not going to be able to happen. It's just simple. When you look at it on the West Coast, out in California, they did a simple cost factor. If you were to test ball players 3 days of the week, Wednesday prior to the trip, the game on Saturday, and the actual game day Saturday, then the Monday when you return from the game, that's going to be a $450,000 expense. You doing that every week? We got universities that can't even afford to test kids coming back on the quote unquote voluntary workouts. So, A, where's the money going to come from? B, what's going to happen if a kid shows up sick? You can't send a kid home because they have to be quarantined, and it's just a hot mess, man. So instead of making matters worse, yes, it's going to be a financial setback, but this too shall pass. I'd rather lose money than to lose more lives.
I agree. I totally agree because I believe we opened up too fast. It was not time, and all in the name of money for sure. So, but you remember when Dr. Fauci, I may be pronouncing his name incorrectly, he mentioned earlier on when we first started talking sports and COVID-19, he mentioned that they would possibly, the best thing for any football players or any athletic departments to do was to quarantine the football players in hotels, including, I believe, the teams that they were going to be playing in order to make sure they're able to play. Do you think that's still an option, or you're just saying no, period?
Once again, everything is an option, but options got to turn to reality. And when you quarantine these guys into hotels, what was the first thing they shut down? Hotels. So you could try to make sense out of all of it, but the bottom line, it doesn't make sense.
I'm trying my best. I really am. But, and you're right. I prefer lives over the money. That is for sure. No more lives lost, rather. And I totally agree, but it was just, he mentioned that earlier on, and I know they're kind of scrambling because, 2 days ago, the Cowboys announced that some of their players had COVID. And like you said, I'm sure quite a few of them have it because a lot of they're young and they're not really taking this virus as serious as they should. And, pool parties, they're having different things. So it's going to be interesting. It will be definitely interesting. Do you think a spring season is still in question?
Spring season, to me at this point, is more doable than the fall season.
Okay.
Because that will be at least a full calendar year trying to find a vaccine that could help balance this thing out.
Right.
And you'll never actually get rid of this. This is part of a virus or disease that we'll have for us the rest of our days. But at least you can have some control over it. The threat of this thing is that there's no cure. Because there's no cure, and it's almost like a thief in the night. You don't see it coming until it's up on you. Then
Right.
in most cases, it's too late for a lot of people.
True. That is true. You mentioned earlier regarding the universities losing money and of that, also the ticket holders, because there are some season ticket holders who are ride or die for their schools, and they've already bought their season tickets. I'm hoping and praying that they would just allow the schools to keep the money instead of asking for refunds, but, that's like, it depends on the situation. So,
Yeah, most people who are season ticket holders are ride or die. And what will happen in most reasonable cases, one or two things, they'll probably say keep it as a donation, or they'll be
Right.
credited for the next season's
Okay.
tickets. So either way, I've been a season ticket holder for a while, and I get passes to get into the game. So but I always buy season tickets because
Right.
I believe in practicing what I preach. I'm going to support my school. I'm going to support my conference. And it just feels good for me being a former student athlete to be able to help expedite the cause of action for my programs.
I totally agree. I agree, and I'm also a season ticket holder, and I see it, and I'm sure most season ticket holders just see it as a bill that they have once a year, and just be done with it. I don't really think that'll be the case, but I'm sure that some people will try to do that, or like you said, it will be some loss on the university side with a lot of money. If we do not have a season. So I guess, we will just keep looking at this story very closely. We don't have a choice because we are flat. And
yes,
this is pretty detrimental. So we will see.
It's detrimental to a degree.
Right.
Okay? You got to realize, although we'll lose money on our levels, we won't nearly lose as much money on the Power 5 and even Group 5 levels.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they have the television deals. Okay? Mm-hmm. Our seasons are predicated on actual tickets sold and enrollment. Mm-hmm. Okay? So even though it'll be lean, we're used to working on lean budgets.
Right.
Okay? We can weather the storm. In actuality, I counted up the cost, Sonia. We would lose more money trying to have games than if we just set the games out and waited to 2021.
And can you elaborate on that?
Sure. Your average game day cost is between $25,000 and $35,000 a game. If you implement the new safety procedures, sanitation stations, constant sanitation of seats in public areas, the social distancing, and they're talking about 25% to 50% of stadium capacity. Well, it just went back down to 25%. I have an additional $30,000 just to get the right amount of people to come into the games. It's not going to be enough allowed to come in because I don't have TV deals to compensate that.
Oh, yeah.
So I would be better off not having the games.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That makes a lot of sense. So hopefully they are gearing to that point. You know, I'm sure the commissioner is working on something with the athletic directors at some point, or now I don't know what they're doing, but I know.
Well, they're having meetings, the presidential meeting. Matter of fact, this week, and they're going to come up with a more concrete direction to go because this is not all on the commissioner. The commissioner has now 11 bosses with the president. And the way this thing ideally works is the presidents get their information and data from the athletic directors on what is feasible for the success of their athletic programs. And they'll break it down. And in theory, going to always be optimistic and happy Gilmore. Yes, we can get it done. But when the reality hits, when them dollars hit you in your face, and you got $100 worth of stuff to be done, and you only have 10 in your pocket, somebody's going to come up short.
Somebody's coming up short. You're right.
Yeah. So that's where we are right now. And all is not lost, as I mentioned. Yes, it's going to be detrimental to those juniors and seniors, but hopefully, goal becoming a student first and an athlete second, these guys will be closer to achieving their bachelor's in some cases, master's in other cases, to equip them for the professional world of life.
Right. You're right. I mean, this whole pandemic has given everybody hopefully has given most people a different perspective of life and what's more important. What is more important than whatever is going on in their lives at the time. So I totally agree. So we will see. Thank you again. You're always a wealth of knowledge. I know you give me I know you're sleepy, so I'm not going to hold you. So could you please tell the listeners how they can follow you and listen to your daily shows?
Yes, ma'am. Well, of course, the Open Mic Broadcast Network website is obnradio.com. Our YouTube channel is Open Mic Broadcast Network. That's OPEN, capital MIC. That's all one word, Broadcast Network. Our social media handles for Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter are all at The Mike Prince Show. We feature daily shows 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, and we go live on Sundays 6 p.m. on Sundays Central Standard Time.
Okay, and you can follow me at Say Sports on Facebook, Say Sports 23 on IG. Well, that's our show for today. Thanks again, Mike, for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome. Oh, and he's my producer, too. He's extraordinary because he's my producer as well. So I just had to throw that out there. But until next time, this is Sonia with Say Sports, and I'll see you on the radio.